Welcome to Annuities Genius. Thank you for joining us for another daily tutorial. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please put them in the Q&A or chat section. One of our Genius Engagement members will reach out to you with the answers. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Annuities Genius tools to solve the case for your client. Annuities Genius has everything you need to present, choose, sell annuities, and be transparent and compliant, all in one place at your fingertips. So this is your dashboard. All right, like always, we're going to create a new client. We're going to call him John Locker. John Locker says he lives in Arizona. He has $350,000 as an initial investment, and he's 59 years old. Click Create Client. We're going to see his information go up to the top left. So now everything that we do is going to be record kept under his file. So let's say we're talking to John, and he tells us that he needs to have some sort of income supplement his Social Security. He says he's going to retire in 10 years, and ideally that's when he wants to start the income. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the rider calculators. We're going to go to the guaranteed income. Your client's information will populate in automatically. We're going to solve for the income first. We're going to go to the guaranteed category, and we'll defer payments all the way to 10 years. Now, right off the bat, we're showing them the top 25 lifetime income riders. I'm going to bring it down to the top 10. I'm going to print out that report. That way I can promote transparency, show that I don't have a bias. Puts it into a nice illustration for you in order from best to worst. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this individual product, because now we're looking at it and he says $40,000 a year is good, but I was thinking I was going to get anywhere from like $45,000 to $50,000. I need at least $45,000. So we can do a few things. We're going to go to show more details. We can show them on this chart that if he doesn't want to put in more for a premium, he would need to defer payments to age 72 to get $45,000 on an annual basis. We can also see that illustrated right here. All right, we can print out that individual report. That way we can show them that chart. We can send it to them via email, text message, whatever works best for you. All right, and then we're going to go back to the calculator. And if he says he needs $45,000 a year, then let's just solve for what the premium would be. So we'll switch this to premium, keep this on yearly, and we'll put $45,000. Now it's going to show us that he would need to put in $386,000 as an initial premium to get $45,000 a year at a 10-year deferral. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a top 10, put that into the report. All right, so now he knows exactly what he would need to put in for a premium to get $45,000 a year. Now let's go ahead and check out our next calculator. Let's check out the projected income calculator, because maybe something with an increasing income feature might help him out a little bit more. So we're going to defer payments just like we did before. Put it right there on age 69. Defer payments, or actually we'll set out those payments to end on age 100. And then we're going to have S&P selected here first. So we can see here that they're all assuming this annual rate of return of the S&P. All right, we can click on Show More Details. We can see with that increasing income feature with this particular product, they wouldn't get $45,000 until age 85. So that's not going to work. Let's try a different allocation mode. Let's go top performing for the recent calendar year. Now all the carriers are going to be assuming the annual rate of return of their top performing index. So now we can go to Show More Details. We can see here that assuming this annual interest rate of 6.64%, they would get a guaranteed annual income of $19,000, but they do have that increasing income feature, which starts at $49,000. Okay, again, not a guaranteed, but it is worth, bringing up and putting into an illustration. So we're going to go to Illustrate. This is our quote run tool. It's going to bring in everything for us as far as the company, product, and our client's information. Click Next. We can choose a strategy here from the predefined strategies, or click on Custom. We can customize the strategy that we want. We're going to choose which rider that we want, and single or joint for the type. Now we have the option between doing free annual withdrawals, systematic annual withdrawals, where you can put the amount and the years from and to, and you can pick as many as you want. Or we're going to do lifetime withdrawals. All right, we'll click Generate Report. And this is an illustrated report of this product. We can see an overview, we can see the guaranteed values, we can see the hypothetical values, we can see the indice that we chose, and we have the product information. Okay, we've done all of that in about 5 minutes. Okay, but maybe, just maybe, a growth product might help this person out a little bit more, because who doesn't want their money to grow? Everyone wants a guaranteed annual income, but if we can have our money grow as well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So we're going to go back here. We're going to go to Market Tools. We're going to look at the Growth Analyzer. All right, we're going to keep it on the recent NAIC mode, which is going to be back testing full calendar years here. I'm going to keep it on the 10-year performance. Let's say I want no caps, no spread, no account fees, and no rider fees. Surrender charges, I want to look at 7, 8, 9, and 10 years max. And the reset, I want it to be an annual reset. All right, after putting all those filters, we're able to see the top 40 in the report. I'm going to go and quickly just print out that report. Again, we're going to be promoting transparency. That way the client doesn't think you're just pushing a product on them. You're being transparent, just showing them the top 40. Now here what we can do is we can compare products side by side. All right, we're going to click Compare here on the top 5. You can put up to 8 in the report. We're going to click View. And now we can see a side-by-side comparison of the top 5 growth annuities. Click Print, so now it's record kept under their file. And we have it in a nice illustration. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some back testing. So I'm going to look at this first one here. I can see the rate history. I can see that it's gone up the past few months. I'm going to click on Backtest, which takes us to our Historian tool. It's going to plug in everything for us. Shows us those predefined strategies, or again, we can click on Custom. Now we're going to be able to see a total quick overview, the historical index performance. We can see the credited interest rates in the hypothetical annuity values, and the indice performance, tab form and graph form. Going back up to the top, I'm going to click on Annuity Details. I'm going to go to Product Brochure. I'm going to print out this product report, and I'm also going to do that for the Historian report. All right, to give you an idea, what we've done is we got the top 40 growth annuities. Out of those top 40, we have the top 5 in a side-by-side comparison. We're recommending this one, so we brought up the product brochure, the product report, and the 10-year historical. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go look. This 9.45 10-year average, it's not realistic to say that it's going to be like that every single year. So let's plug this into our Fia Solver tool, and let's see what it can do for you realistically. All right, we're going to choose the carrier here. We're going to choose the product. We're going to go down here and choose the index. It was the one with participation right here. So now we're going to defer, or he wants to start the withdrawals at age 69. He's got $350,000 as an investment. There we go. So now, best case scenario. Okay, if this produces at a 9.45%, in 10 years he'd be able to start taking out $90,000 a year on an annual basis from the growth. Okay, that's best case scenario. So let's print out that report. We're going to go back here to the tool, and now we're going to go to the next one, initial contribution amount. Now he tells us that he needs $45,000 a year. So let's go ahead and put in $45,000. Now again, best case scenario, if this is going to produce at a 9.45%, he would actually only need to put in $174,000 to get $45,000 a year. Okay, again, best case scenario. Now we're going to go to the next one. We're going to put back the $350,000 as the investment. And we can see that this index that has a 10-year average of 9.45% would actually only need to perform at a 5.64% to generate $45,000 a year on an annual basis starting at age 69. Okay, that's a little bit more realistic. I'm going to go ahead and print out that report for them. All right, this is a Solver report. We can see the annuity details, all known parameters. You get that brief summary with the total values. And you get this in graph form as well, where you can see the money going in. You can start to see the withdrawals happen as the account goes down to zero. And then you get that in tab form as well. Now let's say he tells us that he has a variable annuity. He just wants to spring that on us, randomly. Okay, and he wants to see what this would look like side by side to the VA. So we're going to go to our annuity transition tool. We're going to ask him what carrier, what product he has. Let's say he has this company with this product. All right, from your client's last statement, you can input the charges manually. We'll say the issued year was 2000. The statement year is 2019. Initial premium, he says, was 100,000. And he hasn't taken any withdrawals, and it's grown to this 350,000 we're looking at. So we're going to analyze the annuity performance. We can see the gross rate of return with the fees, and we can see what that net rate of return is. All right, we're going to compare this to an alternative. We're going to choose the same company. All right, we're going to see that product there, select strategy. We'll click out of the fixed. All right, and then we're going to choose the one. It was the one with participation right here, 100%. Click apply. We can see the recent best and worst period. We're going to calculate the projected performance, set the life expectancy, and now we can see the variable annuity side by side to the fixed indexed annuity. All right, we have the most recent period, we have the best period, and we have the worst period. All right, you can see all that projected all the way out to 2055. Click print report. That way we can not only record keep it, but we can send it to them via email, text message, whatever is going to work best for you. All right, your clients want to see a side-by-side comparison. Nothing does this better than Annuities Genius. Okay, not only do you get a side-by-side comparison, but you get it within seconds. Okay, no other tool is going to do that for you, and it's not going to look this pretty. Now, let's say, though, we go through all that, and he recommends maybe a product that an advisor told him about, or maybe he has a product in mind that he wants to tell you about, and you want to maybe compare that for him as well. So that's what our database is for. We're going to go to the fixed index database, and the first thing you're going to want to do is just ask him what product, what carrier. Okay, now again, I don't have a bias right now. I'm just going to use a product and a carrier for an example. So in here, let's say he says that this carrier with this product is the one that he thinks is going to be the best. So the first thing we're going to do is click compare. We're going to see it show up right here in the side-by-side. We're going to click on report so we can bring up the product report. And we're going to go into the details. We'll click info. We're going to bring up the product brochure. That way we have everything for that product that he's recommending. Now we're going to go back and we're going to click out of this filter, and we're going to put the filters in that we think we're going to best suit him, according to his main financial objectives. So we're going to go no fees, no spread, and uncapped for the allocation. For the product, we want there to be a surrender charge of, like I said, 7, 8, 9, or 10 years. All right, resets, we want there to be an annual reset. There we go. So now we're going to compare this one. We're going to see that in the side-by-side now. And let's put some more in there. Let's do this one. Let's put this one in there and one more. Again, you can put up to 8 in the report. So now we're going to click View. we're going to see a side-by-side comparison of the one that he's recommending to the other 4 that we're going to recommend that are better. We're going to click print. That way it's record kept. Now we have a side-by-side comparison here. Alright, and then what you can do is from here you can click on the historian tool. Okay, you can do some back testing. Alright, you can click on the illustrator tool. You can put it into that quote run tool like we did before. Alright, you can see the allocation options. You can see if they have rider options. If they do have rider options, you can click on calculate. It brings you back to the rider calculator where we started. You just defer payments to when you want, and it's going to show you just that one rider. Alright, pretty cool stuff. Now, let's say during that 10-year surrender period, during that 10 years, he actually has some other money that he would maybe want to put into a multi-year guarantee. Alright, so we're going to look over here, go to our MYGAs database. Alright, we're going to look at the highest interest rate. Surrender period, we're going to do 10 years because that's going to be producing that growth during that 10-year period. Guaranteed 10 years. You can look at this in list form or table format, whatever you prefer. Alright, and now what we can do is click on calculate. Alright, when you click calculate, it's going to bring it in here so you can see the chart in graph form and in tab form. That way you can see the earnings. Okay, if he has a little bit more money here, he wants to say, well, what does $500,000 look like? Well, you put 500,000 in, and this is what your earnings would be. Okay, you can see the account value, you can see what the interest rates are going to be, and then you can go to product details, go to info, click on product brochure, go back, click on the print for product report, and then we're going to go back one more time and we're going to print out this chart so they can see that growth. There we go. And again, all of this is record kept under your client's file. Alright, so when we go back here to the dashboard, I want to show you where all of this record keeping has been going. So you can access it under client management, under clients, or if it's the one that's already selected up at the top, you just go up here and click on client details. Alright, everything that we've done right here under records is record kept. You can see that it's time stamped, it's date stamped. You can have a link to the tool that you were in, and you can even download the report even if it's 5 years from now. Alright, you can leave notes for yourself 2 ways. You can record notes in your dictaphone, or you can leave notes here. You can set tasks for yourself. Alright, you can leave a reminder and you'll get an email notification reminding you to complete that task. Or you can go to fax. Alright, fax is where our best interest consumer suitability profile is going to be. You can go to run questionnaire, and if you're doing a screen share with them, you can fill this out with them over the phone, or you can go to share public link. It's going to copy this link for you automatically. Then when they fill that best interest consumer suitability profile out, when they click update, it's going to automatically update into your client's CRM system. Okay, you'll get an email notification letting you know that it's been completed. Alright, what that looks like when it is completed, I have one here already filled out for you, because I really do want you to see what it looks like from a client's point of view. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it's filled out inside your client's file. You can see all the financial profile, retirement planning, main financial objectives, all that stuff. But my favorite part is when you now go to do a screen share with them, all of their main financial objectives are on the front of your screen. Okay, visually what that does for a client is, as a salesperson that they think that you're just trying to push a product on them. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that's what they think. And that's a hurdle that every single salesperson has to overcome. Well, with Annuities Genius, when you promote transparency like this, all you need to do is worry about recommending the right product. Okay, you're already going to gain their trust. Annuities Genius gains you trust with every single prospect instantly because you're promoting transparency. Okay, they can see, look, okay, does this perform, or does this give me long-term growth? Check, right here. All right, does this give me income later? Check. All right, how about income from my spouse? Check. Okay, it lets them know that you have their best interest at heart. Okay, also under client management, you have a personal website. Okay, that way you can generate your own leads. There's 2 different websites depending on which one you want. You fill out that template. You can even select products from your product deck and you can put them on there and show the rates. All right, if you want to purchase leads, click on leads right here. We teamed up with Dina Alves from Elite Appointment Setting. You just go ahead and click on yes, and you can purchase leads right from our website. Now, about your product decks, we know that not every single carrier is contracted to sell, or not every single agent is contracted to sell every single product. So up here you can select product decks and you go to manage product deck, and then you can create up to 2,000 different ones. Name them whatever you want. I'll go ahead and create myself one here. And the way you create it is you select the carriers that you want to present, and then you deselect the products that you don't want to present. After you go through and you select all the carriers and deselect all the products that you do and don't want to present, everything's going to automatically be saved for you. So right now it says that we're on all products. Now if we go to another tool, you're going to see this change to the product deck that we just created. All right, now we can see that we're only showing these products. Now if you want to make an edit to that product deck, you just go to edit. All right, maybe you want to add a product, or maybe you want to add a carrier. All right, it's automatically going to be saved. We can go back to that tool and we're going to see that those carriers have been added. All right, now if we want to change to another product deck, you go to select another, choose the product deck that you want, and now we can see all products. Now we also have a rate scout tool. Okay, you get all of the upcoming rate updates on the right hand side here. All right, you'll get those updates before they actually happen. All right, you can click on them, you can see what the updates are going to be, whether they're going up or whether they're going down. You can click on details, you can save it under your client's file or just save it for your records. But that way you always are staying up to date on the rate changes. You also have a presentation. Okay, if you want to walk your clients through a little presentation before you start, finding out what product's going to be best for them, you can go right here. We have a presentation already laid out for you. We are going to be rolling out some more presentations, so definitely look forward to that. If you want to update, or if you want to upload your own presentation, you just upload it to PowerPoint, you go to add new, and you drag it in there. That way you can have your presentations in there ready to go. Simply just click on it, walk them through the presentation. Now we do have a Genius University tab in here. This is where you get all the education. All right, you have all of our upcoming webinars that we do every Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We record all of those webinars so you can go back and watch them as many times as you want. And we have the tool tutorial library. Every tool has a video that's about 4 to 6 minutes long. Shows you how to use the tool. All right, we also have the daily demos that you're on right now. If you can't get your question answered with all of this education, please give us a call. We're more than happy for our Genius Engagement team to answer all those questions for you. All right. So that is going to be it as far as the functions of the tools. Some of the personalized things is up in your settings. You go to My Settings. You can upload your own company logo and your profile photo. All right, so that way they end up on the reports, on your dashboard, on your website. It just makes it a little bit more personal to you. If you go under subscription, if you want to change from monthly to yearly, you can simply do that right here. If you need to update your payment method, put it in here. Make sure you click update. And anytime you want to look at your invoices, they're all going to be right here in PDF form. That way you can send that to, if someone's paying for your subscription, you can send it in PDF form right from here. All right, guys, that is Annuities Genius. Okay, it does all the work for you. Simply, you just take the credit. Okay, the future is now. Okay, if a plumber is going to a job and he doesn't have his tool bag, he's not going to be able to do the job correctly. If you sell annuities and you don't have something in your back pocket that has all these tools for you to help you sell annuities, you're just not doing it the most proficient way. Okay, it's 2020. You shouldn't need to call anybody or have to reach out to somebody as far as product information. Annuities Genius does it all for you, and it's all at your fingertips. Okay, thank you guys for joining us today. Please don't miss out on all the webinars that we're doing on Tuesday. If you have any questions, give us a call. I appreciate all of you guys that are subscribers. All right, I'll see you guys at the top. Have a great day.